Look at the little dots in the mini-map in the upper right-hand corner. Now look at my power output in the lower left-hand corner. It's been 2 minutes and already the group of 20 has gone up the road, and I couldn't keep up with them. This is my first Category B race. Hey cycling community, this is Steve Grusis, the Cycling Greek. Let's talk a little bit about how your category is established. When you go to sign up for a race, there's often 4 categories that you can choose from, each with their own designated watts per kilogram range. Your watts per kilogram are determined not only by the power that you can produce, but also by the weight that you declare in your Zwift profile. Turning the attention to the screen, the group that's ahead of us, the 20 that are ahead of us, are cut into subgroups. The closest group to us is about 19 seconds away, and that gap is growing. There's 11 of us in our group. Turning your attention to the right side of the screen, you'll see them around 25th to 27th out of 67. Now, the 67 are not in my Category B. They are all the categories together. I had about 28 people that had signed up for Category Bs. Even though these categories have designated wattage per kilogram ranges, anybody can sign up for anything. Now, if you go and sign up on Zwiftpower.com, that enforces the categorizations. The results that you get on your races will still appear on Zwift, but on Zwiftpower.com they keep track of their own results and will disqualify you from races if you do not meet their criteria. So let's take a look at Zwiftpower.com and how they do things. Let's say that you just signed up with them and you have no history with them. It doesn't cost anything to sign up, by the way. Let's say next that you sign up for a Zwift race as a Category C and you complete the race. Zwift will take a look at the power that you produced. So if you produced more than 3.2 watts per kilogram, and they have like a little leeway, so it'll be a little more than that, and you produce more than 200 watts, then you will receive a disqualification code. Keep in mind, both of those two have to happen, not just one of them. Now let's say that you've been racing on Zwiftpower.com for a while, and you want to know how your minimum category is established. Keep in mind that if you race below your minimum category, you're going to receive another type of disqualification code. Zwiftpower.com goes back 90 days and looks at your best 3 20-minute power performances. They then take 95% of that and establish your FTP, along with your watts per kilogram at that FTP. Then using the legend in the insert on the right, they establish your minimum category. After my previous race, I received a forced category upgrade to Category B, which is why I'm racing with them now. So if you look at my data in the upper left-hand corner, you'll see my best 3 performances in the last 90 days and the average below that. Pretty much, I'm at the bottom of the B category. Turning the attention back to the race and jumping ahead, I am now on the main climb. Why am I on the main climb, you may ask, especially based on what I said in my previous video, and that is linked below in the description, so definitely check that out. Well, it's because today is my race day and I had timing issues and this is the only race I could do. I think this climb goes for another 3 miles or so. So that means that I have to keep the power high and even and keep that consistent all the way to the top. That's a tall order because what happens is I start to feel good a little bit. I add a few more tenths of a watt per kilogram, hold that for a bit, and if I hold on to it a little too long, then I got to slow significantly, and I had to do that a couple times. You actually just saw where that happened, where I had to slow down and I went to about 2.5 watts per kilogram. And then I started picking up again, I started passing some people. So now I'm trying to catch up to some more people. Keep in mind that soon after the race started, there were about 20 people ahead of us. And so right now I'm showing to be at 28th position, and there's a couple people behind me. So there have been about 7 that have gone up the road, and already some of the faster ones are like 19 seconds ahead of me. I'll never see them again. Soon thereafter, I'm now going to go into 29th place because this guy is going to be passing me. And then I'll never see him either. So now we're left with myself and this other guy that's behind me as being the last 2 in the chase group that we were with. We are now mano a mano. I had previously chased him when he got away from me earlier. On this ramp, I made my move to get away from him. But he stayed with me. So now I'm tired, he's tired, and I just reversed the roles that we had previously. I now attacked after we were both tired. Previously, he had done that, and it took quite a while for me to get back up to him. That was tiring. Now I'm able to hold it. My results on Zwift were 17th place. On Zwiftpower.com, they were 13th. So that means there were 4 people ahead of me that either were disqualified or did not sign up for Zwiftpower.com. It is also interesting to note that the winner on Zwiftpower.com in the B category had a wattage per kilogram of 4.0, while I had 3.2, and finishing like 5.5 minutes behind him. I have a ways to go. I hope you enjoyed this and got something out of it. Remember, comment, like, subscribe. The Cycling Greek.